Welcome, I'm Stephen Burns from Chromeillusion.com, and we're going to continue on with Artrage, and we want to go in and actually change the texture in the canvas. So just like in Photoshop where all of your palettes are listed under the window menu, in Artrage everything is listed under the view menu. And as you can see, we have our various palettes that are listed in that are showing on our interface already checked here. Now the one that we're interested in is called Canvas Settings, and it's right there. It's unchecked. So when I click on Canvas Settings, I'm going to have all these little options for what the texture on our canvas is going to look like. Now look at this over here. I have all these presets, favorites, where we can save them, art papers and canvas. This is kind of nice. Paper, rough, and special. And of course, we can kind of scroll down and look at some of that. Some of the metallic properties have been applied here. On the left-hand side, we're going to have various ways to customize papers. We can adjust their opacity, the metallic aspects of it, its roughness, its grain size, and once we make adjustments, of course, we can save those. Okay, we can click it as a new preset. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select something that's already there. So I'm going to hit the canvas. I like this one right here, the top right hand, and I'm going to simply select it. Automatically you can see it's been applied to the background. It has also been applied to our paint strokes. Pretty fun, huh? So I can come over here, I can adjust the grain size, and any adjustments that I make will be seen automatically in a small little preview, but also will be seen on the preview of our canvas, and we preview it on our canvas as well. So let's go ahead and keep that one. Let's see if we even add some metallic to it. Okay, and I don't care for that too much, so I'm going to bring the metallic back down to 0. Let's see what opacity does. See how it's adjusting the opacity of the layer of the canvas itself? That's your canvas settings. So I'm going to bring it back up, make sure the canvas is always at 100% opacity with all of my other options selected. Now I have lighting here. If I select a little light, it basically takes away a lot of the texture, or washes it out, makes it a little thinner, or a lot more smoother looking. And if I take that off, it brings back my texture again. Okay, so it toggles the canvas lighting. We can also change the canvas color, clicking right on this icon here. Currently it's kind of an off-white. I can make it totally white, or I can make it, kind of orangish. Right, and you can see all of my values are adjusting here. They're red, green, and blue equivalents, numerical equivalents. I can actually click and drag these independently if I like. Okay, I can mess with the hue, saturation, and so forth. And when I click OK, my canvas takes on the color that I want it to become. But let's go ahead and keep it at off-white. I'm going to select it, bring it back on over, and click OK. I think that'll work just fine for now. So once I like what I've created, I'll go ahead and click New, and I'm going to save this canvas. I'm going to let it save it by its default, and there it is. It's named it Canvas. I'm going to click a New again, and we can call it, well, I'll tell you what, let's call it Steve's Canvas, okay? We can call it Steve's Blue Canvas, and click Save, and of course, there it is. Steve's Blue Canvas is listed right here. It becomes part of the canvas. I could have put this under favorites, right? Which is probably wiser to do. Okay, so this way I can keep track of where things are. But I can also save them under any of these categories as well. I can even add a new group. Okay, I can add a new group, and we can call it Steve's Faves. All right, and click OK. And of course, make this a new one. You call it Steve's Canvas. Click Save, and it's listed there. So you have all types of customizations that can be applied right here. Okay, so we're done playing. Let's go ahead and hit the X key to take it out. Let's change the color a little bit. Let's go to something like more of a reddish color, and you can see how it's picking up the canvas. Now my pressure that I've applied through Wacom properties is feeling a little bit different now. the Wacom pen is requiring a little bit more pressure because a lot of this texture is picking up the paint and not allowing me to apply 100% of the pigment without pressing really hard. And even though I'm pressing very difficult down on the canvas, let's go to Command plus and kind of zoom in a little bit closer. Look at that. Isn't that kind of fun? And you know what else? I can just zoom in, I can go Control plus, I can go Control minus, but we have another functionality as well. Right up in here is going to be our canvas positioner, and if we select this little dial comes up. If we go to the magnifier and just drag it up or down, okay, it moves very quickly. It zooms your image in and out. No subpixel smoothing or smooth subpixel scrolling for zooming. And I can use hit the little X there, and that will pan your canvas. And if we also take your mouse and put it on this outside dial, we can rotate it. I didn't share this before because we didn't have anything inside the canvas, and this way it becomes a lot more fun when you have an object inside the canvas. Now we can see exactly what we need to do. So if I rotate my canvas here and start to paint, let's get a little bit of a different color like a yellow. See, now I can paint moving my hand in the direction toward me. That makes it a lot more comfortable. Okay, so let's go ahead and rotate it back to its native position. Okay, so I'm going ahead and scroll it to there. Alright, so that's its native position. Let's go ahead and click the X key and get rid of it. Alright, so you've learned how to create your own canvas, okay, and custom create your own canvas. Now let's go down here and explore some of the other tools, utilizing this canvas. I'm going to go ahead and take this down to my button view, and let's go ahead and hit the delete key. And we can, just so that we can see the canvas, I'm going to hit the Control plus to zoom in. Wonderful texture here, holding the space bar and panning across. It's a shortcut. It's just all the possibilities is endless with this program, and it's so easy to use. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring this back up. Alright, so we have our roller here, pretty much self-explanatory. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a different color, more of an orangish color, and roll it across. Okay, so it's self-explanatory as to how it's being applied. The pressure, let's take the pressure all the way up to 100, and again, I'm using my Wacom pen. So as I press lightly and harder, see what's happening here? As I keep going, I'm losing the paint on my brush. So the brush is running out of paint because we are in auto clean. I'm going to head and hit the delete key. Let's add some more thinner to it and see what happens. See, it thins out the paint. It's almost like opacity in Photoshop, where you're using your brush tool and you want less of an effect or less opacity from your color. Therefore, you take the opacity key down toward closer to 0. Okay, so loading. Let's take the loading down, and let's take the thinner down, and of course we have more controls there. As we go back over it, we're adding more of the effects. And what's nice is that you can see that the brush tilts and rotates in the direction that I'm taking my mouse. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of this one here, and let's stop here. I want to cover some of these other tools very quickly. I think you're going to find them to be quite very cool features in Artrage 3.0. This is Stephen Burns. Hope you enjoyed this.